sometimes we are so emotional. We are emotional creatures, right? So if you are BPD, at least you understand. But if you're a narcissist, maybe you will not understand, or maybe you're a psychopath. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the general um human being is like a emotional creature, and our emotions is really complex. It goes with cognition, it goes with memories, it comes with consciousness, it comes with everything. Your past, your childhood, your how your life was formed, and stuff like that. So we are, like I said, our mate selection is number one problem, because somebody who's familiar, somebody who's, we will always tend to uh, keep these people in our circle and stuff like that. But we cannot just say, okay, I'm schizoid, I don't want to talk with anybody, anyone, I'm just gonna be talking business only and stuff like that. It's not gonna happen, because at the end of the day, uh we are human. Like I said, we have emotions, we have moods, we have this, we want to be seen, we want to be touched, we want to be loved, we want to belong to some kind of environment, some kind of people, some kind of group of people, and whatever you say is always comes to your psyche. So if your psyche is not doing good, quote unquote, you are just miserable human being that is alone. And that's me. I find myself in my words, in my own fucking words, and I find myself, but it's not right. But it's super difficult to negotiate it with yourself, that somebody is not just welcome. Not everyone is welcome to your life. And this is really bothers me very much, because it's really linked to my identity somehow. And it's just the maturity, the only way to kind of disconnect the memories and thoughts, and your pick, your choose, the way you choose and pick somebody is just like all mixed in all this bottle of crazy making mind. Human mind is a crazy making shit. uh, Easy to fucking flop it and go nuts, be depressed easy. It's not as easy to strive and be happy. It's just very tough. It's just whether you know already what is happiness, or not. Whether you know what is happiness or not, every human being is striving for that, is looking forward to that, and everyone wants to have some um the peace. Everyone wants the peace, and there's a price to pay for that peace. It's not like the social media showing you that is the only money is key, and it's not all that simple. You could have the money, you can be controlled. Speaking for myself, you can have the, like, it's all about your own individual kind of meaning behind your own life, and how to resolve your own issues. That nobody is here. I don't think nobody's here for um, quick fix. I don't believe that people can be born and they are already set up for everything good. And everyone's have this some kind of problem and going through something. It's just the people's persona is hiding it. It's not showing what it actually is, and people are just always in their heads, but socially they are just hiding it. There's no answers to questions. You're always like, oh my god, how you, like, and I'm always interested, like, how you were starting out, like how you start your business, how you will start to live independently, what's your relationship with family, and what's your relationship with brother, what's your relationship with money, what's your, like, all this kind of stuff, what's your goals and what's your time management, all this kind of stuff. And people don't want really answering it. Really, people do not answering, because it's something, it's like an inner battle that take place in your mind. You cannot really express it, to be honest. You can't express it. You can't teach somebody what is really your own um your own view of, what I'm saying, your observant, your own moment of observing it and dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? You can put it in the psychological terms. You can put it this way. You can idealize it. You can split. You can look at it this way or this way, from a victim standpoint, from a All this shit, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, even in psychology, the therapist working on your, exclusively your problem, your state of being. And that's the crucial point, to understand that your way out, your success, or whatever that is your exclusive thing you need to accomplish. If you want to be more direct, if you want to have, um, how do I even say, if you want to have, um, if you want to have fully functioning life in every aspect that you desire, that's it. And that's actually crazy. No pill, no, it's a game. The whole world is a fucking game. And tricky part is emotions. Tricky part is being human in that game. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really not always fair. Not always. It's always something going on. From my life, from my experience, I just grew up in this, and I know it. There's always something going on. It's not easy. It's not easy. But if you ask somebody, it's not easy to be them as well. It's all connected to some kind of. It's not destiny. I don't know what it actually is, but it's just so individual, so fucking, you know what I'm saying? You can't just teach somebody, express it, or so the key point is you have to look at your life from way, not close, from way beyond the thing, like a absolute stranger, but with the knowledge, that you have, with the consciousness. But it's crazy to say it, but you have to look at your life as a stranger, but with the knowledge of somebody who really experienced it. And then decide. You have to decide really step by step, Everything you do in your fucking life is matters. It counts, and it really plays. It plays the figure on the fucking chess table. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be really, really mature to understand these things. You can't just be, always in a fucking dispute with your own fucking brain and consciousness and mind. You can't be just looking at things with always like a human, always like a emotional kid. And that's my problem. That's my big problem. The impulsivity, these things put me in a position where I'm dead inside, and I know it. I'm trying to work up my environment to it. I can't handle it. It's just insane. But at the same time, I understand the world really plays the same game. And really, the only way to kind of stop the battle is to go in the forest or something, because that's the only way for me. Because once you witness something, you cannot just hide it. You cannot just forget it, or it's all in your brain. And if you happen to be, like a cluster B, or from controlling type of Machiavellian type of families, and these kind of things, it just plays with your mind very, very, very hard. And you are the same kind of piece at the same point, at the same time. You're the same structurally. That will plays with my mind, and there's a lot of thoughts that plays with my mind as well. And on top of it, just looking back at my life, I was trying to find a meaning in life. I really was actually dying inside as well. So that's why I'm making this video, to remind myself that the conclusion of it is not even to be reality based, not even all that. It's just to have your exclusive road and find meaning while you're going, being really, being reality based, but with the grasp of what actually matters to you, and just preparing your next step. You cannot just accept nothingness, accept this. Once you accept that your own road and own future, your own past and your own present is your exclusively your shit, you understand that it's not even that free. It's not even a freedom kind of like feeling. It's about being settled down, or just really humbled by that fact, and but the same fact, and being just sitting and exploring instead of just exploring instead of just sticking to endless loops of narratives, just exploring and choosing what's actually yours and not, and just making your step. I don't know even how to express it, I don't even know. See, that's so hard to express. But being settled down and being reality based really helps. It's not the only thing. It's not the only thing that helps though. It's not the only thing that helps. What helps more is, I don't know. There's certain roads you want to. There's certain episodes of understanding things you want to go. You want to go by and finish the. Oh man, it's so fucking hot, bro. So there's certain episodes you want to accomplish and go through before you get to the point where you want to find meaning. You know, you have to know your flaws. You have to know your you have to analyze your behavior. You have to analyze the surroundings. You have to look at your past. You have to separate, individuate, be yourself. Start to remembering your old self, all that, and then there's kind of like a feeling of a destiny comes in your mind, pops up in your mind. So that's the feeling, you know. It's not even a destiny. So you kind of predispose. That's what I was trying to say. And you playing with that, you know. You're playing with that, and once you understand it, you kind of getting out of the bubble of punishing yourself and like playing the role of a savior, things like that. You know, even attention seeking. You know, it's just so like I limited in myself in these things, very hard. You know, the only thing I'm doing is attention seeking, using YouTube maybe, but it's not really about that really. You know, you just analyze it and at some point you just sit down and just like, okay, bro, like finally, like I'll overcome the struggle of, you know, the shame and from all of this shit, from all the crises in my life. I'm definitely not knowing my worth now. I understand my worth and things like that, but not right now. You have to play that fucking game to survive. So that's like a social function. But at the same time, that's like your soul getting more wiser, or like your soul is more experienced now. You're observer that inside of you. So, and that's this kind of understanding calms you down by itself. That's for me. I don't know. It just calm you down by the same thing that before that triggered you and make you anxious. The same fucking thing. You know, the same thing actually right now is making you more calm down. So, you know, I was afraid of learning psychology. But once I understand what I was dealing with, and then I understand myself, I was shameful. I was fucking shameful, bro. I was full of rage about my life, and I'm still am. Not the same amount of it, but still am, and that's where it comes. But the next episode, the next stage of, it's just overall acceptance. I'm gonna say it's just acceptance and acting on it. You know, acceptance and acting on it by different ways. So once you accept it, you can act on it by on different ways in different ways. So really, I'm really surprised that I even said it on a video. I really put it really good. So yeah, I like how I said it.